Hello, good evening to all the audience who are watching us for today. We have two beautiful women with us today, Sheetal and Palak, who are going to be a part of my iPi live talk show. Today we are talking about what are the perks of being good in math. We've spoken so much speaking about how math is omnipresent, how math is there in the environment, how we cannot live and exist without numbers. But why do we need math is my question that I'll be putting forward to these two girls out there. First, before we begin, since we have Sheetal and Palak with us, I would like to first ask them, do you think math is omnipresent or do you feel no, life can exist without numbers? So we begin with Sheetal first.
Thank you for inviting me, Charvi. I think to that question, I myself have learned this throughout the time in my past and with my experience that it is not at all possible to live without maths, and it is obviously omnipresent. So I definitely agree with you on that part.
All right. So Palak, what do you feel? Is it omnipresent or no? It's a myth.
Definitely, like all around we have maths everywhere.
Okay, now we can.
Okay, so yes, as I was saying, like wherever we go, I really see that if we see from that perspective, we really find math all around us. So this is not a myth at all. It's really true that we have maths present at all points of time whenever we are living, from the time we wake up till the time we sleep, as I already said. So it is there.
Okay, so Sheetal and Palak agree to the point that math is omnipresent, and that's what actually precisely what we've been talking about. We've related it to architecture, monuments, how about it is present in the environment as well. But Sheetal, I put it forward to you. Why do you think we need math? What are the perks of being good in math?
Well, Charvi, basically being good in maths has created this social notion of having good marks, having great numbers, great results. But deep down, it's just about understanding how this law of nature works. It's about understanding everything and every correlation. Mathematics is definitely about number, but it's majorly about patterns. So once you know how to read the patterns, a child knows answer to almost all the problems which is upcoming in future, as well as an adult, if we learn that, we know the resolution of most of the problems we are going to have. That gives you that skill of thinking analytically, having a critical concept and understanding it, breaking the problem. And I think that's what gives us a best idea that someone who is good at maths is good at all the other aspects in their life. It's some way or the other. So yeah, that's what I truly believe in and deeply believe in that.
Okay, so somewhere Sheetal feels that it is important that you have to be good in math for the very reason that it gives you a problem solving skill as well as analytical thinking, which is actually very right, because you need to be creative in all the aspects of the life, actually, not just in academics, for you to excel. That's so true, and that's very rightly put up by Sheetal. But now let's ask Palak, what do you feel? What are the perks of being good in math? Is it important or no?
I think it's really important, and I have seen like people to excel a lot when they are good at math. So I believe that people who are good at math, they don't need to study much, because if they're good at math, they are good at physics, they are good at chemistry. In social science, we learn all about history, numbers, like this year that happened or that happened. So again, this is about numbers. So yes, it is. So many perks are there when you are good at mathematics. And right now, if you can see that how much in future we are going to excel into the IT industry and the AI industry. So it is really good if we bring up the kids who are learning maths and have some curiosity to learn maths very quickly, so that we can have a very booming career also for them. So yeah, that's really good.
All right. So since you've spoken about what are the perks of being good in math, I would now like to ask a little personal question over here. Sheetal, were you good at math in your school days, college days, or how was it?
Oh, seriously, I have to talk about this on a social platform. I was very, very bad at maths. But with time, when I was guided appropriately and I understood that it's not just about crunching number, it's about knowing things. It's about, deriving things, finding an answer to a question. And when it was interesting for me, I absolutely scored good and I understood the concept, and I chose the stream which was mathematics for my career.
Oh, that's amazing. She chose this stream, and also to put it across to our people, she's also working with us. And we are a global edtech company who teaches math as well as other AI and data thinking. So that's again amazing how she has to come back to numbers, even though she was very bad at it. Okay, so what about Palak? Palak, how were you during your school days or your college days?
Yeah, so I must say that you have brought up all two alike people, like who were not at all good at maths, and we are talking about what are the perks of being good at math. But yeah, like those days when we were studying, I guess we never get that much of exposure about what is the practical use of mathematics, and that is the reason maybe we were not much curious to learn math. But right now, even I was hearing from one of the parents saying this thing that they have so much of things available right now and so much of learnings what they can do to learn mathematics, the practical use, how we can use mathematics in real life, and why it is important really to learn math. So that is, I guess, it's really important that they come to know the real importance of math and they bring that curiosity in themselves to do it.
That's very true. Yeah, Sheetal, you want to say something?
Yeah, just to add on to Palak's point, I think Palak, when we used to be at school, it was more of like a subject. But now, with time, it has changed to a language which is universally very acceptable. And, people are talking about it. As a kid, I remember I was very scared of talking about this subject. So I'm talking about all the subjects I have scored good, and I'm just keeping this as a last option to give to my parents that, okay, I scored really good in 8 subjects and this is ninth one, so you can just forgive me for this one. But now I think students are very open. They are very open to talk, discuss, solve problems, discuss among their friends, and it has become more open for others. So I think with that change and accepting this as a language has brought up a major change for this current generation.
Yes, I think that's very rightly put up that it's a language which is universal. Definitely, I would also agree to it. And with the number of resources, the technology which we have today wasn't available to us. I remember during our school days also, it was more about R.D. Sharma, and then you have to solve those big, big, fat books. And they were so scary. I mean, you go from easy to tough, but still, when you used to reach those tough problems, you used to go like bonkers, and it was like a 6, and you would be like, just leave it. Why it's even there? So it makes you forget the easy concepts as well. So I totally agree how math was made so theoretical for us, possibly because we did not have access to technology or whatever resources kids have today. So I think that's really nice. But before you girls leave, I would not want you to leave without saying a wrap up line for the show. So you need to inspire and motivate those young people out there who might think that, math is just about school and college, and after that, who cares? So yeah, please let them know how it's important apart from problem solving, logical thinking, creativity, etc. Please let them know the same.
So I think I just have this one thing. I learned it in a very hard way, but I just want to say this to the youngsters and everyone actually, that it's more than just black and white letters in your book. It's very colorful. It's very entertaining. It's very beautiful. Just explore it. And when you turn around with the perspective that maths is going to be beautiful, you'll find it everywhere.
Amazing. What about you, Palak? What do you have to say?
I heard somewhere that why math can't solve its old problem. So I would say to the younger kids that math is here to solve your real world problems. So let's take it in a fun way and a little bit more serious way so that we can explore more things.
All right. So, guys, Sheetal and Palak, who were themselves not good in math, have spoken today a lot about being good in math, as well as they're working with a company who deals with math and numbers. So, yes, definitely it's an inspiration, definitely for all the youngsters already, without them even saying some lines. But thank you so much, Sheetal and Palak, for your time, for your efforts, and coming to the show live with me. And it was really nice enriching the audience and enlightening them with the facts that they might not have heard before. So thanks a lot.
Thank you, Charvi.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.